Welcome to Soccer As We Like It, the Man United Dash, and we're today talking about the post-game match between Manchester United and Spurs. A great game, a game United needed to win, at least give their top four chances a chance. And today we are joined with Adam in Australia. Adam, welcome to the show, mate.
Hey, buddy, how are you?
Not too bad, mate. With Joe representing Houston Red Army, the peacemaker, the soul man. How are you?
Oh, man.
And Vimal and his co-presenter, Princess Sienna, the painter, the designer, representing UK. Sienna, welcome to the show with Vimal. Hey.
Say hello, boo-boo. Sweet.
Right. Let's quickly, we're going to jump straight into the player ratings quickly. So we're going to start the player rating. Just give me the scale of 1 to 10. De Gea, Adam.
We didn't really have much to do through the game, so I've got to give him... I actually thought he wasn't that good. I thought he could have committed himself to the ball a couple of times. I'll give him about a 6.
Joe.
I give there about a 6.5. Neither of the goals were his faults, and he locked it down other than that. So, yeah, 6.5.
Vimal and Sienna.
We'd give him a 6 because he should tell Maguire to get the hell out of here.
Right.
Don't stay over there, man. You cause some damage.
All right, stay with Vimal. The low.
I agree. Delay?
Yeah.
Look, Delay was okay. I thought he could have shut down the cross that came across for Maguire's own goal, and he was giving him a little bit of space on that right hand. What is it? Yeah, his right hand side. I'm going to give him a 6 as well. 6. I don't think he was all that fantastic.
Joe, Delo.
Defensively, I didn't see too much coming through on that side, which you would expect is something that you would assume from Wan-Bissaka. Delo is improving himself defensively, and with offense, he's always going to be an option. So he'll get like a good 6.5 for me.
Vimal, Sienna.
Delo, I think 7. You know, he's quick. He's good going forward. He's good defending. He's definitely got one up on. Like he's definitely got one up on Aaron Wan-Bissaka now. Yeah.
Wow. Tell us, Adam.
Tell us. I actually like that diagonal ball they were playing out onto that left-hand side all the time.
Yeah. There was one good cross. Ronaldo couldn't control his head.
It happened probably 4 or 5 times. And I thought we needed to nullify that a little bit. But I'll probably give him 6.5.
6.5. Joe.
Yeah.
Tell us, same, about 6.5. Definitely looking better than Shaw. There was a few key times I saw him. He got exposed, but then he was able to run back. He's got a lot of energy. So good 6.5 for him.
Vimal.
Yeah, for me, Tellers was fantastic. He was pretty quick in recovery. I remember he made some crucial tackles. At the left back position, he was excellent going forward. Some amazing crosses. I think he was on fire today. For me, he was an 8.
Let me bump up Tellers to 7.5. I forgot he got an assist.
Look at you. Oh, please.
You got an assist.
Varane, Adam.
Varane, I think Varane gets away with a lot, because Maguire can be so poor. But in this case, he was pretty good today. As much as I thought we played really well with plenty of energy, I don't think we were outstanding. So I'll probably give him a 6.5 as well.
Right. Joe?
And gets a 7.5 for me.
They kept Harry Maguire and Son quiet through the game, which was good, though.
Yeah.
Kept Harry Maguire quiet. Varane makes up for Maguire's deficiencies. So, and he just keeps it simple, you know. Yeah. And I noticed a couple of times that back four was almost perfect, apart from, you know,
Harry.
who, Mr. H, Mr. Harry. You know, Tellez, Delo, Varane, absolutely perfect. You get another decent centre back in there. I think our back four is good for another season at least. Varane keeps it simple. He keeps the ball on the floor. He does pretty good passing. And I noticed sometimes that they were excluding Maguire with the passes. So when the back four has control, they just ignored him. I noticed that a couple of times. I don't know if it was intentional or not, but it was definitely a good move. So for me,
Tim,
he'd get 7.
Adam,
who
Harry.
gave the pass? Who gave the pass to
Hey?
Who gave the pass for Sancho?
Who made that pass to Sancho for Sancho
I
to?
can't remember.
Yeah,
Was it
that was good.
Ra-
Yeah, I remember that one, and there was a brilliant
it
control
Varane?
by Sancho.
Was it Varane?
Could have been.
Yeah,
I'll
I
have to
can't
check that
remember.
one.
It
I'll have
wiped
to
me
check
out
that.
there.
I'll check and
Yeah.
text it to you.
Maguire?
Maguire.
No way.
Look,
Can't be Maguire.
Maguire.
He's
Look,
a
the
pretty
other
good
goal,
goal scorer, isn't he?
I'm going to
Vimal,
talk
don't
about
you
the other
start.
goal. If you're playing, I actually thought Delay should have shut down the player for starters. And Maguire's put his body in a position where I actually thought De Gea probably could have come for that ball. And but Harry committed himself to the ball, and where the ball goes after he's blocking it, Harry's not in control of that. So,
Are you talking about the one that Harry scored?
Yeah.
Yes.
If he had stayed out of the play, if he'd stayed out of it, it would have been offside.
But that's instinct. Don't you think that's instinct,
Yeah, that's
Vimal?
instinct. He should make that play.
It's instinct, man.
Play.
It's instinct.
because
He's not.
I-
He's got to
I
go.
hear
Adam,
you.
what you gonna giving him on a scale of 1 to 10 for his performance yesterday?
I'm going to give him, because I gave Delay played a lot better than him, but I'm going to give him probably 5.5.
5.5. Joe.
And I think I'm being harsh with that.
Oh, yeah?
Joe, what are you giving Harry?
Harry?
Yeah.
Harry gets a 4.5 for me.
4.5.
And my bad. I'm gonna make one more change. This is the last time. Tellers goes back to a 6 for me because he had the handball that caused.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he could have done better at that. Sancho got nutmegged at the corner flag there. And
It wasn't a nutmeg. I saw that. It wasn't a full nutmeg. It was like a half. It didn't go straight between his legs. It wasn't. Come on now.
right. Vimal,
Harry
Harry.
Maguire.
Yeah.
Don't be attaching
Mate.
nutmegs to say.
It's an 80 million pound liability. I was watching the game with my brother-in-law, who's a Leeds fan, and he absolutely loves Harry Maguire because he destroys our team. They know he's the weakest link. He is the weakest link, and at 80 million pounds, it's an absolute travesty. For me, he's just his popularity, whatever it is, it's just diminishing fast. For me, it's a 3.
3. Oh, that's harsh.
Yeah.
Now, Fred.
Yeah,
Adam.
shit as well. He's
Fred,
shit.
mate, I'm not even going to. That bloke found his Brazilian touch.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, finally,
I'm
innit?
giving him
Finally, we see
I'm
some
giving him an
Brazilian.
You're giving him an 8.
I'm giving him an 8. I loved
Alright,
him. I thought he was
Fred.
brilliant.
Joe.
That flick,
Fred?
yeah, amazing.
Fred, good assist, good energy, good pressure. Yeah, he gets a good 6.5, maybe even a 7 for the assist. You know,
Vimal.
good game.
Yeah, I'll give him a 6.5. He seems to play. I don't know. We seem to play better when it's one half of them special.
Yeah.
Like Fred special.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
you know,
I've
if we
noticed
play
that.
both, it's
A problem.
a problem.
Right.
So yeah,
Adam.
Fred did well.
Matic.
Oh, he was good, wasn't he?
He did well.
Excellent.
I thought he played well.
Yeah.
So good.
Towards the
I'm
end,
going
he
to
had
give Matic up there as an 8 as well. I thought
8
that
for
would be
Matic?
him and Fred were good. Yeah.
Joe. Joe.
Matic for me gets a 7.5.
7.5. Vimal.
Yeah,
Matic.
I'd go with an 8 as well because that guy, he's got a deft touch in midfield. He takes the ball under pressure. He did lose possession a couple of times,
Towards
but
the
he's
end
so
of the game,
cool.
there, the
Yeah,
legs were
because he
going.
was getting
Getting
tired, but he's pretty cool, man. And I saw glimpses of the Chelsea Matic.
Matic, true.
I
true,
like
true.
what I saw
Right.
in that guy yesterday.
Pogba, Adam.
Oh, he was poor. Yeah. Poor. I'm going to give him a 5 as well. I thought he was poor. Yeah. Turning over way too much ball. Dwelling on the ball too long.
Too long.
Yeah. He was poor.
Joe, Pogba.
Yeah, Pogba, disappointing game. I thought we were gonna see Hitman Pogba, but I'll just give him maybe a 5.5.
5.5.
because, but you know that goes to he was the only midfield there, and like I've always said, I'm fine with our midfielder, our playmaker. You know, maybe not having the best possession stat, as long as it's just him. It can't be him and and Ronaldo and Rashford and
Yeah, it's a
Fred and
one bad
McTominay.
player, not a 6, 7 in the
Well,
having a bad day. You mean?
It's the one player that's supposed to be taking the most chances
Yeah.
that is losing the ball the most. And
Right.
for a creative midfielder, that's just what it is.
Right. All right,
But he gets a
Vimal,
5.5. He didn't have
Pogba.
any execution.
Pogba, did he turn over the ball or not? Did he concede possession? I
Oh,
can't remember.
heaps.
Yeah.
He made
He-
one very good. Remembers that good pass he made to Ronaldo, where Ronaldo had nobody else to pass the ball to shoot from an angle that the keeper parried. There's
Yeah.
nobody following up. There was nobody.
I'll talk to you about that.
Right.
Tim, when we get to it.
Okay. Right.
I
Vimal,
actually took
Pogba.
note,
Yeah, Pogba. I mean, I think his role was to kind of help Fred out and protect the back four as well as try and create something. I don't think he did that badly. 6,
He
5 and a
turned
half.
over the ball a lot, Vimal. He turned
Did
it
he?
over heaps.
I'll have to watch it again.
He lost
Yeah.
the ball a lot, a few times, and
Yeah.
conceded, made some stupid fouls that weren't necessary when the
Was
other
he-
teammates around.
Was he dribbling with it too much or just trying
No,
to?
He was on the ball
he would
way too
dribble, then 3 people get around him, he would lose the ball and follow. It was
Typical
I'll give
Yeah,
him
Pogba.
he
To
likes-
me,
You know
if
how he
he's
likes that body position where he holds the ball up and he tries to pull him off him and
Yeah.
then go away? He
Oh.
lost the ball probably 4 times
I-
doing that.
Wow.
Right.
I hate
Adam
it
Sancho.
when he does that, man.
Sancho.
I hate it when he does that.
Sancho was good. He's coming into some great
Yeah.
form, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And look, he got an assist for Ronaldo. I didn't enjoy his defence when we copped the handball. So I'm going to mark. I would love
He
to
was
give
half
him an 8.
he was half nutmeg, right? Half nutmeg.
Yeah.
Half meg.
I would love to give
Half meg.
Sancho an 8, but I'm going to give him a 7.5.
7.5. Joe, Sancho.
Pretty decent game, man. He's definitely locked down that left side, right?
I think so,
Nobody's like
I think that's
Rashford
it, mate.
just kiss that position away. Rashford needs to figure out how to play on the right side or figure out which seat stays the warmest on the bench because Sancho.
No, he's looking at his options to leave the club, mate. So don't get that
Mate,
twisted.
Well, okay. Well,
don't even get me started about that. That is such bullshit.
Sancho, I'll give an 8 for yesterday.
Stop reading shit.
Yeah.
Right, Vimal,
Sancho, I'll give an
Sancho.
Sancho. I know Sancho can play it better. I've seen him play better. He played good yesterday.
Yeah.
I was disappointed he didn't get that goal at the end because I think that was a good chance for him. And
The
so
one that
I think,
went around the post.
yeah, and he was literally, I think he was just outside the 6-yard box, and I think he skewed it or something, whereas Ronaldo was, firing away. I want to see an improvement on Sancho. I know he can do better. I'll give him a 6.5.
Right. Adam, your boy, Rashford.
Okay. So we've had a little bit of a
Do I
discussion
need a
about
pen?
this.
Do I need a pen and paper?
It's a 10 out of 10 for Rashford, isn't it?
Rashford.
Where's my notepad?
So Rashford, okay? So the next two are pretty controversial. So Rashford. Now, I was taking note of Rashford dropping back, okay? And he was this time. But I will say, when Ronaldo received that ball on the 1v1, he took the shot. Just before that, if you go back a little bit, Rashford's near Pogba, right? And I said to the boys that I was with, I said, have a look at Rashford Pogba. The ball's being released, and they're not even putting in a sprint to get into that box.
He did not move, mate.
They didn't move. It was just before Rashford got subbed. And
He was
it was
walking his
disappointing
dog.
because I thought Rashford had a good game. I thought Rashford played okay without doing anything special. And he could have had himself a tap in if he just put that extra bit of effort in to get the. I mean, he's not to know Lores is going to spill that ball, but it's inexcusable. You have to put a sprint in when Ronaldo's 1v1.
There was no one for Ronaldo to pass the ball to. There was no one there.
But I blame Pogba in this too because both of them, and I would say Rashford's quicker than Pogba. So. What do you call it? There was no excuse for those two players not to be in that box when Ronaldo had the shot. And Rashford really let me down with that. And so I'm going to mark him down. I'm going to give him – I think he's been told by Ranić just to play a simple game. So he only played a simple game. I'm going to give him 5.5.
5.5. That's generous.
Because he didn't
Joe.
do anything special, and he let himself down there.
Rashford.
Rashford didn't do anything special, didn't do anything crazy. I was gonna give him a 5.5, maybe a 6, but I'm gonna go ahead and give him a 5 because if you're gonna be running your mouth during the week and then come out and play like that, no, you get negative points because we gotta rate you by a
Where's
different
he run
standard.
his mouth? That's the part that I don't get. I've been
The
told he's run his
Manchester
mouth.
Evening News and
I just
Daily
don't-
Mail reported that
Wait a minute.
he
This
says
The
he
Daily
wants.
Mail, mate.
No, hold
Fucking
on,
wake
Adam.
up yourself.
They said he wants because he's not been. He hasn't been started. He would like to see. He would like to look at other options if he doesn't get regular team play. That's all he
Mate,
said.
even did you watch the Ralph Rangnick press conference? The
Yes.
pre-game.
He said
pre-game.
Rangnick is. He said Rashford did very well in training. I remember that part.
That's right, yeah. And the Guardian came out and said that he spoke to Ralph Rangnick about leaving the club. That's what the Guardian said. And they said Ralph Rangnick said that in his podcast, in his press conference. Now, I watched that press conference 3 times, and 3 times I did not see Ralph Rangnick say that.
Okay.
What I'm
Vimal.
hearing-
Believe in what you read.
Vimal, Rashford. What
Especially
you give
from
it,
the
Rashford?
Daily Mail.
That's what's going on. That's the news from England about Rashford saying he wants to see his options because he's not getting regular team play.
The quote from Ralph Rangnick was he may have had a conversation with. It was a hypothetical statement by Rangnick. He may have had a conversation with his manager, but he knows nothing about it.
Right. Okay.
That's what it was.
Vimal, Rashford.
Yeah. I think overall, what I saw the team play a lot better, and the ball was moving pretty fast, 1-2 touches. Every time the ball came to Rashford, he stopped and he slowed down play. I saw him do that a number of times, and I saw a lot of hesitation with that guy. Normally, when he gets the ball, he's kind of fired up, ready to go on those channels and attack that space. He wasn't doing that. He was just holding the ball up, looking for a pass, too much hesitation. And for me, he slowed down the play too much. And I know he can do better. And I think he needs to find a way to fire himself up, to get motivated, to find that burning desire that he had when he first broke into the scene.
What's
I
happened
haven't
to
seen
him?
that for a while. I don't know. For me, he's a weakness on that right-hand side at the moment. So I'd give him a 4.5.
4.5.
Fair
Ronaldo,
line,
Adam, your favorite player.
First of all, I'm going to say about Ronaldo, he gets a 9.5 out of 10.
Whoa!
Worked in defence. He looked angry, mate.
He looked pissed off. He looked pissed
from
off,
the time
mate.
he walked out of that box, and this is the Ronaldo I expect. All right? Everyone calls him the GOAT. Everyone believes that I do not like Ronaldo. I don't know where they get that from. You can go back on endless podcasts where I praise the bloke, but if you're going to praise a guy, he deserves negativity as well.
Oh, 100%.
Right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so because he scored a hat-trick yesterday, doesn't excuse him scoring 1 goal since January.
No, it doesn't.
Okay? I want to see him score. Everyone wants to see him score a hat-trick. Everyone. It's his second hat-trick for Manchester United. And I still remember his first one.
Against Newcastle.
But I don't want to bring negativity down on Ronaldo, mate. Yesterday, he was a man on a mission.
He
was a
looked
man on a
he
mission.
looked angry.
He was
Definitely.
the Ronaldo that I know. He's the Ronaldo that I know. And, mate, that first goal is just worldy. Second goal, people remember the tap-in, but they don't look at his run. His run was phenomenal. He ran, and they couldn't keep up with him. That Eric Dyer, give me a break, man.
Half his
If
age.
he's an England bloody defender, give me a break. Week in, week out, that bloke should be copping a shitload from the media, just like Harry Maguire. He's such a poor defender.
Yes.
And the third goal,
Oh God, the jump.
Tellez got the first corner wrong, and then he learnt from that. Bruno should never take another corner.
Bruno's corners
And
never cleared the first defender. I don't know why.
That's right.
Yeah.
And the run that he makes, Ronaldo, the runs he makes are unbelievable when he's
Was
switched on. It's crazy.
was Tellez taking corners on both sides yesterday?
Yes, he
Yeah.
was. Yeah.
Yes.
He's excellent, man. Just put him on corner
Oh,
duty.
man, I've been saying that for a while now. And even set pieces he's good at as well.
Yeah.
Right.
He whips that ball in with pace.
Very, very
Yeah.
pace.
You always see it curling.
It
It
reminds
always
me
curls.
not as good as Beckham, but in that bend with pace.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Joe.
The biggest thing, the biggest thing with the corners is we were talking about it just before that. And I believe the art of corners has gone out. When you had Giggs and Beckham taking corners, the ball came in at pace and it was in it really flat. They weren't looking to put too much whip on it, you know? So that way, when you do get a header, the ball comes off the head with pace.
Yeah. You're
They
very
put
correct.
these looping, whipping corners in. There's no pace on the ball, so they have to generate it themselves, right? That one that Tellez did for Ronaldo, it was a peach, mate. Oh, it was such a beautiful corner. You could tell as it was coming in. It's on the penalty spot. It's in the space. Fuck, it was... Look, forget about the corner. Ronaldo yesterday was
And what it does, it bends away when it reaches the 6-yard box.
Yeah.
It bends away out of reach
Yeah.
of the goalkeeper, which makes it so much more sweeter.
Yeah.
Joe. Ronaldo.
Bro. I mean, I don't know what else you need to do to get a perfect score. Game winner, hat trick.
New world record
at Old Trafford. We must win.
Yeah, we need to win that, mate.
Shit. What else? I mean, that's okay. 9.5, just so we can have some wiggle room for like the Champions League.
I want the 10 out of 10 Champions League. I'm leaving the 10 out of 10 for Champions League when we win it.
Okay. You get a 10 out of 10 if you do something like that in a World Cup final or a Champions League final. Okay.
I hear you. I see Adam's point. I agree.
Very close, though. Very close. It is just
Joe, what are you rating?
It is just Spurs. So 9.5 for me for
9.5. Vimal and Siena, Ronaldo.
So Ragnick looked pissed off yesterday. A lot of the team members looked pissed off. He said in his pre-match conference that he's looking for a reaction. A lot of the team members are looking for a reaction. Ronaldo, like you said before, he looked angry, and he wanted a reaction. And I think he was trying to. He definitely fired himself up. He was trying to fire up the rest of the team. We had to send a message because we got, beaten quite badly by City, and he was there spearheading that reaction from what I saw. So there were 3 fantastic goals. He was back at his best. He was always brilliant with headers, and he got them on target this time.
Right.
And what a way to silence the critics by ending your goal drought with a hat trick. For me, he was a 10.
Ooh,
it wasn't the perfect hat.
Yeah. I'll give a 9 point. I'll give a 9.85. 9.85.
9.85.
Yeah, 9.85.
Multiple.
9.85. Because
boys, I gotta go. All right?
Nice one, Adam. We'll catch you during the
week.
Take
care, Adam.
It's international break now, so we can do a match pre-match for the Atletico game.
Okay, mate. No problem.
All right, bro. Thanks a lot, mate.
Enjoy it.
Yeah.
You take care.
Bye.
Be safe.
Bye.
Right. So Vimal, that goal, that first goal, reminded me of Ronaldo 07-08.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, it was brilliant. I mean, he just, it was Eric Dyer, wasn't it, that was in front of him?
Yes.
And it just made him look silly. I mean,
that.
It's like what people do to Harry Maguire. Poor defending, but, he found his corner, he found his spot, and his strike was perfect. Bending away from the keeper as well. So that was a lovely goal.
Yeah.
And were there other 2 goals, both headers? I know one of them was a header.
The first was the second was a tapping,
but
Sancho ran down the left, laid it on, and Ronaldo sprinted. And
yes, I remember now.
Matic that had that assist.
Was it Matic? Matic that led it on to
Matic passed the ball
to Sancho.
To Sancho.
Okay, that was a very good ball. It was a very good ball.
Very good ball. Very good.
So
very good.
It wasn't a perfect strike, which is basically left foot, right foot, and a header. But it was almost perfect hat trick.
The header.
Look at how we're coming up with ways to not give him a 10.
I know, but you know they say that the ultimate perfect hat trick is a left foot, right foot, and a
Oh,
header,
please.
which
Who
Harry
made
Kane has
these
done a few
rules?
times.
I
I don't know.
know.
That's what the pundits say. A perfect
Oh,
hat trick.
Can you
Pundits
Left
who
foot,
imagine?
right foot, header.
never scored hat tricks in the world. This guy has scored 59 hat tricks.
Brilliant.
59, bro.
Brilliant. And what a time to get a hat trick as well.
What time? We honestly,
Can you imagine
guys,
being
After
a
a
player?
drought.
guys,
Can you
that
imagine
game
being a
we
player?
needed that win. We needed
Yeah.
that win at
Oh,
Old
yeah,
Trafford,
definitely.
especially at Old Trafford. We needed that result, mate. I'm telling you, after last Sunday, after when Spurs equalized at 2-2, I thought, oh, here we go again. I honestly thought we're done at 2-2. I thought we're done.
There's
I gave up.
something
No,
that's
see,
bothering me though,
I
man.
didn't.
I
I
get your opinion on this. There's something that's bothering me, right? Because we have two great players in Ronaldo and Bruno. But why is it that when they play together, it doesn't seem to click as much as opposed to when they're not playing together?
Portugal
Ronaldo didn't
is
have
an
a Bruno.
example. When they play for Portugal, they never start. They barely start Bruno. They play Moutinho and another guy in midfield and another guy. I can't remember their names now. They never
I think
start
that's
Bruno.
because I think
Neves.
because Bruno went
Yeah.
through a poor streak internationally.
Oh, the Euros,
That's
he was
why it's
terrible.
like-
He
yeah,
was
terrible.
terrible.
He was just not. He was just
And
not
Bruno
good.
was playing at the same time in those matches.
They took him off the first game against was it
So-
Germany or someone? They pulled him off straight. He
Yeah.
was. Then he kept coming out as a sub in one game. He didn't even play.
Right.
I think
And then
Bruno
on,
tries
Joe.
to force that. He tries to force it too much when Ronaldo's on
Mm.
the pitch. It just feels like it. That's his boy, his countryman. It seems like he's constantly. It definitely
Trying to
seems like
find
they've
him
had
and
a
making that risky
conversation
pass all the time, making us lose
all the
possession.
time. It seems like they've had a conversation. When Ronaldo's like, "Get me the ball," and Bruno's like, all right, boss, okay,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah,
you know?
but against Man City last week, you saw the results. Ronaldo wasn't there. He was still losing the ball, making those risky. I don't mind, like you said, it's okay for one midfielder to make that risky pass and lose. But when you have two of them, Pogba and him doing it, we losing the ball to teams that can keep the ball.
Yeah,
Mm.
pretty much.
You see?
But then we've seen Bruno play really well
Yeah.
on his own when Ronaldo's not there. I mean,
Yeah.
wasn't it the first game of the season when he got
Yeah, against
a
Leeds.
hat trick? Yeah, and he played as a false nine,
Right.
dropping into that central striker spot
Right.
where Ronaldo would be.
Right.
So,
So he plays as a false nine, like De
Mm.
Bruyne used to do sometimes, right?
yeah, it's a shame because I do like Bruno. I think he's got to work on his ball retention. though.
Positioning.
Yeah.
I think Bruno plays too far up front. I think he should just stay behind the strikers, but he always runs into the strikers role, which is not bad, which he did at Sporting, which isn't bad. But yesterday, the team looked more disciplined. Okay, Pogba over deliberated on the ball a few times, but he still won it back a few times. I get it. But I still thought yesterday, and I asked a lot of United fans who I interviewed, they said they thought the team played better without Bruno in the team. Joe, what's your take?
Who said that?
I'll send you. I'll send. Go watch the channel. You see the guys I interviewed yesterday. About 4 of them. Even
at the
Ben
pub?
said it. Yeah.
We looked better moving the ball, retaining the ball, controlling the ball. We weren't just giving the ball needlessly over and over and over and over and over because Spurs were set up to counterattack. So that's not something you don't just want to keep giving them the ball. And even though Pogba he didn't have a great game, it didn't seem like we left ourselves. It didn't seem like that much of a liability, right? When Bruno's stinking it up, he's a huge liability on the pitch. So Pogba was still making moves, still keeping them honest. So yeah, I do feel like the team looked better with Pogba doing that job than Bruno. Whether he'll continue at that position, probably not. I'm sure Bruno is going right back into that position when he's well again.
Right. Now that you're both here, Champions League on Tuesday, Atletico Madrid. Vimal.
I would deploy exactly the same.
Winner takes all. No more away goals. Is not going to count anymore.
No, and we're at 1-1. I would deploy exactly the same team with the same plan, strategy, intensity, aggressiveness, aggression, all of it. Exactly what we did against Tottenham. I would deploy that same team and go out and give Atletico a good
So
game.
would you
Because
start
it's
Elanga
all
or
a die.
Rashford?
Yeah, Alanga Rashford.
Oh God, that
Took
is
the
a that
words
is a
right out of my
problem, innit?
mouth.
Because we're not solid on that right hand side. I would probably start with Elanga. Yeah,
It's not about not
and
start.
I'd have Bruno on the bench in case Pogba doesn't show up.
Mm, mm, mm.
One more
Joe.
change. One more
Mm.
change for me.
Oh,
Maguire has
Lindelof.
to be dropped for that game. Yeah,
Lindelof, yes, please get rid of Maguire.
But you
Maguire
see,
has to
Yes,
be dropped for that
please.
game.
I think
Yes,
as
please.
much as we want it, it's not going to happen. You know that,
I
Why?
right?
know.
The why?
Why?
He got to be
Because
dropped.
I've literally I've been cracking my brain for 2.5 years now. He must have in his contract. If he's not injured or suspended, he must be selected. There's no other way. I can't see any way. Even Ole, as blind as Ole was, could see this guy was struggling. He still kept playing him. And even Ole played everyone who was off form regularly. I get that. But if now you got to look at this guy's really poor. He still gets selected, even
Do
when
you
he's not injured or suspended.
do you
Think
think
about
he's
it.
being selected because he's the captain?
One.
100%.
And two, is probably stipulating in his contract that if I'm not injured or suspended, I will play. I will be
No, but wait a
selected.
minute. But wait a minute. That's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous
Why would a team sign a contract like that? You
because
telling me they have it in this contract. No
I
matter
won't be
how
surprised.
bad he's playing, we still have to play him.
I'm telling you that because think about it. He's been off form. All right, let's go back to before Ole got fired. If you guys remember the Leicester game, we lost 4-2 or 5-2. They made the pass to this guy. This guy was waiting for the ball to come. He lost the ball somehow, somewhere, and they scored. The rest is history. It's the same against Liverpool. Him and Luke Shaw messed that game. Against City, it's the same routine. I could count probably 2 games in this season, 2 games that he's done a great job. 2. The goal he scored against someone in Champions League at Old Trafford to get the game back up. Then Ronaldo scored the winner. Other than that, he's been struggling, but he keeps selecting. Bayer's on the bench. Linda's on the bench.
Yeah, man. Yo, okay, so like after that game, if Maguire starts the next game, I feel really bad for people like Bailly and Lindelof because it's clear they can do a better job, man. If I say we keep playing Bailly, I don't understand the concept, the idea that we can't play Bailly because he's injury prone. Well, what's the point then? Like, just have him play him and
While he's not injured, right?
yeah, play him while he's not injured.
At
And
this
if he
point,
gets
I would
injured,
take Phil Jones, mate. I would take a new rejuvenated Phil Jones. Probably not in the magnitude of this game, which is Atletico, because this is winner takes all. This is not point share group stage. This is winner takes all.
he's gonna be up for it though.
He's going to
I
be
know
up for
that.
it. Yeah.
If Phil Jones played that game, he's gonna be up for it.
I
not
could
sure if can
imagine.
say the
I
same
won't be
thing about our
surprised.
captain.
He is another one who's angry and pissed off. Like, he could see this guy's off form. I mean, there's something Gary Neville said, and I'm beginning to believe him. He said there are so many players in that United dressing room who wish other players to fail. That players who are not playing are wishing their replacements fail so they don't do well. So he's trying to. I'll give an example. I'm not going to say these are the same. He's going to say an example. Say Elanga's playing Rashford's position. Rashford be hoping he plays badly or wishes him poorly so he gets his position back. Like Wan-Bissaka be wishing that Low fails so he gets back. Luke Shaw fails to get Teles to come would get his spot back. He said that's what's going on in that United direction. Toxicity.
Yeah, which is very sad because
It really is sad.
should be. It should be. I don't want this guy to fail. I see how he's playing, and I want to take his spot by doing better than that. You know what I mean? That should be the mentality. I see he's got it. He's playing good, but if I want the team, if I want to take over that position, I need to do better than that. I wouldn't want to take over a position if I knew that weakened the squad. Isn't that like how selfish is that? I get it. They're footballers, they got their egos, but damn, that's a very selfish way of looking at your squad.
It is very selfish. Vimal, your thoughts on Gary Neville's comments?
What did he say exactly?
He said he thinks there's a lot of toxicity in United dressing room. That's why they're not united. That's the players who are currently playing. Some of the players who are not playing are wishing the people playing in their positions fell so they get back into
Yeah,
the team instead of working
I agree.
hard. Yeah.
I agree. You can sense there's something definitely wrong in that squad, and I think they're in a lot of them are in survival mode. So it's about saving their own careers. Luke Shaw plays poorly for a number of seasons, and then Tellers turns up, and then suddenly you see a different Shaw.
Do you
Well,
think
why
if I was
is
going
it
to
why
ask
does
you
it
this?
take?
Actually, someone told me to ask Vimal this question. Do you think if Ole was still the manager, Tellers would get game time like this?
No,
This is directly for you.
no, and this is exactly what I was telling my brother-in-law. I said, look at this guy Tellers, number 27. Just watch him. The guy who drifted into a number 10 position because he was so keen or so fired up that he was looking to score, and he was then sprinting back to a left back position, which Luke Shaw wouldn't do. He would just jog back. I said, look at this guy. Under that idiot Oli, that guy never got played. I said, look how good he is. Look how quickly he recovers that ball. Look how quickly he goes up and down that flank. And he said, yeah, he's very
I
good.
don't know what Ole saw in Luke Shaw, and I don't know what Luke Shaw it was so much. It's not that much better than Tellers. I don't know what Ole saw, but it's just it comes down to
I
the
think,
favoritism or what.
yeah, I think that because Ollie didn't have control of that dressing room, there were certain figures in that dressing room who had a little clique. Maguire,
Shaw,
Luke Shaw,
Maguire.
probably
Bradford,
Rashford, a
You
couple of
probably would
others,
say
and I
Henderson.
think Henderson as well, yeah, and it's basically the
um,
British contingent. And I think Ollie was afraid of them because if they start speaking negatively about Ollie,
in the
Ollie's out
press.
the door. Yeah.
I don't
So
understand. I don't know what Ole saw in Luke Shaw, and I don't know what Ole didn't see
Remember,
in
Mourinho
Sancho.
always criticizing that this guy wasn't
yeah,
good enough.
Yeah.
yeah, and so did Ragnick. Ragnick said that this guy's not a proper left back, and that's
What
prior to
Wait,
joining the
wasn't
wait,
this
club.
the
whoa,
guy
whoa.
one saying is the new Roberto Carlos?
Hmm?
Joe, you're laughing. No, seriously, in
Yo,
the English press, they were saying he's the
see,
new Roberto Carlos.
yo, England, man. I don't know. See, like, I don't. The hype is so big in England.
It
I
is.
bought into it, right? Like, I can only imagine what it's like over
Football's
there.
coming
Like,
home.
we were all calling Luke Shaw, Showboat.
Roberto Carlos.
We
Yeah.
even were interviewing
Roberto.
Roberto Carlos about Luke Shaw. I'm like, yo, this. Oh man, yeah. I know Roberto Carlos looking at Luke Shaw right now. It's like, man, this the motherfucker
No,
they thought was man,
no
England.
He
chance.
doesn't shoot like Roberto Carlos. I don't know how they compared him. He hasn't got a rocket shot like Roberto Carlos. I don't get it. So I don't
Yeah.
know where he got that from. Hey, who's the latecomer?
It's just the hype, eh?
It is the
Hey,
hype.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
with
so
Luke Shaw. So
show
what tell
Roberto
us?
Carlos. Yeah, yeah, go
Do
on.
you think Delo would have got game time if Ole was still in the place now?
You see, this is the thing, right? It's the British contingent that seems to me that were running that dressing room. And so Ollie was too afraid to take him on, and Aaron Wan-Bissaka is probably part of that contingent.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why he always got game time with Luke Shaw, with Maguire, with Rashford, and who else? McTominay?
Let me. I'm gonna have to come. I'm gonna have to show up with some protection for my boy Wan-Bissaka.
Yeah,
I feel like Aaron, out of everyone that we just mentioned, Aaron was the only one who really didn't have somebody like ready.
Yeah, he had no one pushing him.
Yeah. There was like Dalot is getting good, but when we were having this conversation, like Dalot was like nowhere near. Of course,
Yeah.
you know, in hindsight, all the kid needed was some game time. So, you know, and Wan-Bissaka was doing bits. Now, come on, we understand against PSG, completely pocketed Mbappe, you know, and you know, it's just that offensive when we try to get him to play a different kind of game, it's just exposed him a little.
I saw someone send me that a GIF when Ronaldo sprinted to save the ball from going out, backheeled the ball to Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka crosses the ball. You said after all that, I think Ronaldo just shook his head like, "What a clown!"
They put that shit in the parking lot, man. Yo,
That guy's a joker. But obviously, Joe, what do you expect this against Atletico? Kay, come in, please. What do you expect against Atletico on Tuesday?
Man, if Wagner just make a few minor changes to yesterday's lineup, I think
Like,
we have a chance of getting a result. He would have to definitely bench, drop Maguire, drop Rashford, because those two guys mentally are not there. And this is a game where we need everybody to be there mentally, man. We just mentally, it's the mentality is what's really killing us a lot of times nowadays.
Mm.
You know, we need players that are there mentally. Let's forget about their skill sets, right? Because like the saying goes, right? Passion would outshine talent 9 times out of 10. All the time, hard work. You know what I mean? And we need players that need to just work hard. You know, if you can get that mentality and get the same lineup, I think we can turn out a result. Because
so
our
you're
goals were self-inflicted.
right. Oh yeah,
Today.
if you notice, the Spurs goals, one
It
was a
was
penalty
self-inflicted. Yeah.
and one's an own goal. They really didn't create because I thought the defense played well. Son and Harry Kane, they didn't really have a lot of chances, mate.
They don't have chance. Offsides multiple times for some of the goals, right? So we can defensively we're good enough to beat Atletico, right? And again we can't just also depend on Cristiano, right? We need to look at other
Everyone's
players
got to put in a shift on
to
Tuesday.
to show up. Okay, yeah, that's it.
Okay, are you with us? Cause
Yes, I'm here.
right,
Long
we
time
can't.
no see, guys.
Hey.
How you doing?
You all right there, mate? I ain't seen you for a while. Where you
Yeah,
been
it's
hiding?
good.
Oh, you been in the chef competitions or something?
Nah, I wish. Just busy with work, kids, birthday parties. Just
Scandal a
typical life.
bit to your right, scandal to your left.
No,
There you
no,
go.
no. Look,
I think he's
To
purposely.
his left, to
Oh,
your
yeah,
left.
exactly.
mate.
To the
yeah,
side.
yeah, that's
Okay.
Yeah, because of
down
Ronaldo.
37,
Okay.
man. Let's
I
go.
see your introduction. It's all good.
Yeah, no, good though, guys. How are you guys?
Not too bad,
Good,
mate.
good.
Yeah.
So,
Better
Kay
after the win
represented
yesterday.
UK. What did you think of the game, mate?
Yeah, I thought what we're seeing now is reactions from games. I remember who was it who said it? I remember when Mourinho first come in and we were winning 4-0, 4-0, 4-0, and he said something about, I want to see how we react when we go behind or when things are going against us. And I remember Ferguson used to always say it. If you lose a game, you make sure you win your next one. And it's good to see a reaction because there was a time where we lost the game, we started feeling sorry for ourselves, and we were just crumbling. But yeah, it was good to see fight. We're making chances, which is great. But Maguire again, yeah, he's out of his depth, and it's plain and clear to see. Like there's no excuses for him. But it's good to see Sancho playing well, Ronaldo playing well, Fred playing well.
Fred was good yesterday. Fred, I was impressed with Fred.
And it's good to see the link up.
What did you rate? So I'm gonna quickly rate. I'm gonna select a few players. How did you rate Varane yesterday?
Who, sorry? Varane.
Varane.
I'd give him maybe 7.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought
Fred?
he did all right.
What about Fred?
Fred. Yeah, I'd give Fred maybe a 7. Yeah, I'd give Fred maybe a 7. 7 or 8.
Pogba?
Yeah, I thought he did well. Pogba, so I'd say 7 for Pogba. I think
7
he
as
did
well?
actually 8. He was one of our better players, actually. He made
Pogba? What game did you watch?
Not in patches. Do you know what it is? In patches. I just thought
In patches. Okay.
Do you know what it is? He did give away the ball.
That's the point. He did give away the ball.
But I don't know if he was. There was times where he's turning. I don't know if he was getting a straight man on, because obviously there was one where he tried to flick it over someone, and the one where he left it, and then he fouled Harry Kane. He went down his ankle with his stud. So I don't know if people are giving him the straight man on call, but yeah, maybe I'm being too hard, giving him too much. But yeah, I'd say Pogba was like 6.5 then. Yeah, but
Rashford.
5, 6, 5.
5.
Yeah, I'd give him 5. He's just do you know what was good? He tried to make a few runs in behind, which was good to see. Whereas before he was just I don't know. He just doesn't look happy. He doesn't look
happy.
And he just seems like he's sulking a bit to me, which I don't like.
What's he sulking about?
Because he's not playing. Because on the Ollie,
Playing,
he
but
can
he
play
played
wherever
yesterday.
he
Why?
likes.
Okay, he complained he's not starting. They started you. You still ain't playing. So what the fuck does he want?
Do you know what it
His
is?
contract is coming up for renewal. He's looking for 300K.
Do you know what? That's what his agent's being smart. He's trying to flirt and say like, "Oh, he's not happy. Get the deal done, and then we might stay." But it's agents. Agents are killing the game at the moment. They know when to.
And I know
poke the fire
United are
and
gonna
punt.
offer this guy 350,000.
Nah, it's silly. It's silly that they're offering him that. It's silly.
That's so crazy, man. Like this game is very simple. Like in the court, this game is very both on and off. If you want a new contract, if you want that contract to be lucrative, you only got to do one thing and one thing only. Show up on the pitch. Because if your team doesn't see it, you better believe everybody else is seeing it.
Exactly.
Barcelona, Real Madrid, Atletico, PSG. The world is your oyster. But when those guys start coming for you, right? Because you're showing up on the pitch, that's when your team is going to be like, oh, if we want to keep this guy, we got to give him a reason to stay. That's how you have that conversation. But you don't go stinking it up week in, week out on the pitch, and then have the gall to try to strategize or do some. Come on, man.
I have to look at my options.
Come on, man. You're talking about that. This feels like Viola. Like who's this agent? I would have thought this is something you get from Pogba's agent.
Brother. His agent's his brother as well.
Who's his agent?
Brother?
His brother.
Oh, his
Dave.
brother. No.
Yeah.
Well, are you
He's
surprised?
gonna fuck up the money. That brother's gonna fuck up the money.
Remember what Anelka's brothers used to do when they messed the guy's career up? Anelka's brothers got his career all destroyed because they were his
Yeah.
agents and they were demanding so much from clubs, going up from Arsenal to Real Madrid when he should have stayed at Arsenal a bit longer and get himself together. Went to Real Madrid.
And now had a good career. He had a very good career. Although he was known as the sulky one, but he won a lot of things.
Yeah, but he left Arsenal too early. Way too early.
Yeah, he did, but that was more Arsenal's fault. They should have kept done all they could to keep him.
When Real Madrid offered that kind of money, they couldn't turn a blind eye.
Yeah,
So, okay, what are you giving Ronaldo?
Oh, hat trick, 10. Come on, hat trick hero.
Oh, hey, wait a minute. Hey, Kate, we had like a little discussion, right? Because we were trying to see what necessarily
Vimal gave it 10.
like rates.
Again?
Yeah, Vimal did give him a 10, yes.
I just
What
gave
we
him 9.5. I gave 9.8.
Yeah, because like if this is a 10, right? I mean, what would you call doing the same thing in the Champions League final or the World Cup final? You know,
How many players have scored a hat trick in the Champions League final or World Cup final? That doesn't even happen, does it?
That don't
see,
happen.
but that would be a 10 though. I feel like that would be
No,
the
no,
10.
that's an 11,
almost
mate.
near
That's
impossible.
11. That's an 11.
Yeah, that's
Hey,
off the
you
scale.
Wait a minute. Ronaldo just passed Pele for the greatest footballer.
That's what I think that adds to it because he got the most goals.
That's
In
it.
hat trick.
past and dead and alive, past and present, 808 league goals. That is another level, man.
I'm gonna bring mine up a little bit. I gave him a 9.5. I'm gonna go with Tim and say a 9.85, 62398.
And you know what you got to remember as well? He did it against Tottenham. It wasn't against like Watford or a Burnley or a Brentford. He did it against Tottenham. So you got to add
A
that
team managed by what's his name? Conte.
Yeah, exactly.
But I feel like if maybe I'm just when it comes to competitions, tournaments, right? I'm more
Strict with your
I
numbers.
put more weight on tournaments, knockout, elimination type deals. So okay.
As we can all see, Ronaldo was not pleased. He came into that game like because and I've come to the conclusion United fans are the harshest and hardest critics of United players. Like Ronaldo, even other team fans are saying Ronaldo's still doing the job, but United fans, get him off. He's rubbish. He's the cause of our problems. That was just harsh. I know he must hearing all that shit. Of course, he sees all that on social media. Vimal, what's your take?
The thing is, you've got to give Ragnick some credit as well because
Yes,
I think
100%.
the game before they were saying that Ronaldo was dropped, when in fact he had gone to Portugal because he's got a hip flexor problem. And so the warm climate is actually better for his healing, for his very soft tissue healing. However, everyone's saying, oh, he's been dropped and and so on. But it seems to me like there's been good communication between Ragnick and Ronaldo. Ronaldo knows when he needs a bit of rest and recovery time, goes away to Portugal, goes and sees his, very expensive physiotherapist and whoever else, and he comes back healed. And he comes back at the right time because not only do we need a reaction
We need 3
from
points,
that
mate.
defeat, this is the precursor to a critical Champions League game. So that's given the warm up and the confidence, and it's given the whole team confidence to say, look, we can go and do this on Tuesday. So I think the timing was brilliant, and Ragnick does have some credit for that, in my opinion.
I agree. Kay, what's your take on that?
Yeah, 100%. It's typical media, isn't it? With Man United, they'll always try and cause a divide, cause a problem where there's no problem. If Ronaldo went AWOL, we'd know about it. And he wouldn't be playing.
Even before the derby game, they were already saying Ronaldo's been dropped for the derby. This was even 2-3 days before the Sunday. Like, oh, yeah, the Athletic reported that Ronaldo's been dropped. It's like someone divide.
But he didn't train, did he? So I think, like Vimal said, it's a class act from Ragnick. He said, you know what? There's no point putting you in for this game. We want to win the war, not the battle. Go and have a rest. Come back fresh. We don't need to entertain the media. Go and settle. He knows what Ronaldo's about. Ronaldo's not going to go to Portugal and have a party. He's going to do his rehab properly. He's going to come back in a fit state. Players like him and Cavani, they know their bodies. Go and have a little rest. Come back with a point to prove. But obviously the media will twist it like, oh, the Ragnick's upset Ronaldo. He's got a hat trick because he's proving a point to Ragnick. Ronaldo's just showing up when he needs to, and that's what we need.
We needed those 3 points, especially at Old Trafford. We've lost more Old Trafford games this season than any other season. We needed that win yesterday. That was imperative. We got 3 points.
6-1 that we got at Old Trafford.
I want to make a point about what I was talking about earlier about how at the core how basic football is. Remember when Pogba was getting well in Dubai?
Yeah.
Right. And Wagner made the statement, we would rather our players get well in Old
Manchester
Trafford or in Manchester than in other countries, right? Ronaldo just proved right there. If you're going to make exceptions, just if you're going to demand certain things from your organization, you got to show what your value is. Yeah. Do you think if somebody asked Ragnick, oh, why is it that you had an issue with Pogba going to Dubai, but you didn't have a problem with Ronaldo going to Portugal? All Ragnick has to say is, well, if Pogba can guarantee me he's going to score a hat trick when he comes back from Dubai, you can go Dubai all you want. All you want. It's about your performance on the pitch. If you show up and show that value, you'll get little favors here and there. But I'm tired of some of these players asking for Ronaldo level exceptions when they are not exceptional on the pitch.
But you know what it is though with that? That's from the club. With the Pogba one, I think Ragnick had a problem with, he didn't have a say in that. Because remember when Mourinho did the same thing?
Yeah.
In LA, Pogba was in LA and Mourinho was like, I don't want the players going out there. So that shows to me that the club are allowing players to do what they want. But that should be coming from the manager. If I say you can go, that's cool. But it shouldn't be, I'm finding out you're allowed to go and do your rehab. And it's like, you've gone above my head, basically. And that's part of the problem. Like, it's just ridiculous. Because a lot of people don't know about things like that. Like, players just been given days off or being allowed to go away for a couple of days just to recharge. I can't remember. There was one where, I can't remember what manager it was. He was saying like there was a player in training, he could tell he was upset. And instead of going in and hammering him, he just said, oh, what's up? How's the family like? Stuff like that. And then the player like basically said he's going through a hard time at home and stuff like that. So the manager it was, I can't remember who it was, said, all right, have a couple of days off. He's from like Europe. So he went, go home to Spain or wherever it was for a couple of days and then come back. And he said the reaction he got in training after that was amazing. But it just shows a lot of it's man management these days. And it's not easy to manage players.
They don't really.
I,
Right.
I'd like to see better management of Cavani though, because when he comes on, he does take
hard.
players with him a lot. He runs them ragged. He's all over the pitch, and he's creating
Demands it,
space for
doesn't
Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Because as soon as he came on, you could see how the Tottenham
Intense.
defense were getting confused.
Yeah.
He didn't know who to mark, and
That's right.
Cavani offers that extra dimension. I'd like to see him play on Tuesday
He's like a
Right.
Tevez,
with
isn't he?
Ronaldo.
He's like
Yeah.
a
Ronaldo,
throwback
Tevez, true.
Tevez.
Yeah,
Right.
To
So,
be honest,
okay.
I was a little confused with Cavani and Elanga and Sancho on the pitch. I'm like,
yeah.
what is going? Okay, whatever. And hey, I'm sure the defense felt the same way.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Tuesday, Atletico Madrid. What are you expecting? What's your predicted score? It's winner takes all.
2-1. I think we'll win 2-1, you know.
2-1.
Yeah, I think the team seem happy. It's good to see Pogba saying things about the crowd, the atmosphere, because I've never really heard Pogba really talk about the atmosphere of the crowd like that, which is a positive. Normally it's like the fans are giving him criticism and they're saying, it's normally Pogba defending himself, saying, I don't care, I'll prove my point on the pitch, I don't need to entertain it. Was he was saying the fans, he gave a lot of props to the crowds, and he's never done that. So I don't know if that's a little sign that he might stay. Like, I don't know.
And don't do it to me. No, I'm not doing it. I'm not.
No, I'm not
doing
saying
it.
he will, but yeah, I just think if he goes, we're in trouble. Like, we're going to, unless we
So
got
you're saying 2-1. So you're saying
I
United
think
will
2-1.
advance.
Yeah, definitely.
No overtime, no penalties.
I don't think he'll go that far. I just think the crowd will be up for it. With Ronaldo's hat trick in that last game, I think the fans will be up for it. So we just need to get a reaction straight away. Start well.
Right, Joe. You don't. Is that game going to go into overtime? Is it going to go into time and penalties?
If Harry Maguire or Rashford has anything to do with that starting lineup, we're going to lose that tournament. We're going to be eliminated. I'm just saying that right now.
Wow.
If Harry Maguire or Rashford has anything to do with our starting lineup, we are all those two right now. I'm still on the fence with Bruno. If those two are on the pitch when that whistle blows, we're going to lose that game.
Wow. That's deep. Vimal.
Yeah, I agree. Those two need to stay away. We've seen how Atletico Madrid play. They hunt you down in packs.
Impact.
They come after you with 4 players. I saw that last time. It puts a lot of pressure on our team. So we have to play quick, 1-touch passing, 2-touch passing, and get that ball moving around fast. We can't do that with slow players. Everyone needs to be fired up. We know who the back line should be. I do actually think Bailey should start, because if they're going to start with João Felix, Suarez, or is Griezmann there, right?
Suarez is still there. I forgot Suarez is still there.
Yes.
They
Imagine Suarez versus Harry Maguire.
Oh yeah, he's gonna eat him up. Nutmegs for fun.
Yeah. So we've got to have a sharp thinking centre back in Varane, and you've got to have an aggressive, fast, strong centre back in Bailly, and then you've got Dallo and Telles on the wings. I think that would be a great back four.
So you want Elanga in place of Rashford on Friday?
Yeah, thinking about it more, Elanga definitely, because he offers you that pace and he offers you that intensity that Rangnick wants. You know, you're playing against a team that is going to run you ragged. They're going to do what they play like City basically, and they don't want you to have the ball. They're going to get that ball, demand it back off you, and then take possession and take control. I think they pretty much dominated us for 90 minutes that last time, and we got lucky with that goal. That's what
that team still has Griezmann.
Yeah, they've got Griezmann as well. So
dang! Stop adding more names.
And I think I'm also worried about Pogba, because he does dilly-dally a lot on the ball.
Yeah.
And so if he plays too slowly, or tries to do his
the ball off him.
flash dribbling, he's going to get dispossessed. So he needs to speed up his play, and if he doesn't, then Bruno needs to step in.
Right.
But Bruno's going to need either McTominay or Fred next to him, and I really want to see Cavani and Ronaldo up front. It's Sancho.
Well, it's in the 48 hours. Man United opportunity to get into the quarterfinals of the Champions League. The only trophy of any chance of any silverware this season is lying within 90 minutes away. Can United get it? We'll hear from us. We'll do a post-match on Monday if we can pull that off tomorrow, because it's really tight. We'll see. But, it's been fun. Vimal, any questions for anybody here, mate?
If
Question
we
time.
lose Pogba end of the season, who do you think would be a good replacement for him? Someone strong, someone who can distribute the ball, someone who's got a good long range pass, someone who's physical, who can play as a CDM if they want to, or attack. Who would be a good replacement?
That's a hard one.
For me, I don't think there is a like for replacement from at the moment. That's known anyway. There might be a up and coming talent, but for me, I think we're
A
going to
like
lose
for
a
like
lot more.
for like, I can't see anyone right now.
If we lose him, I think we're going to lose a lot more than what we're going to gain. Basically.
Joe, what do you say?
I'm saying there's no, yeah, like for like, there's nobody I can think of that's physically as big and as creative as Pogba in the world right now. So,
Do you know the problem that United are facing at the moment? We've not had a striker that's running behind and that's got pace. And Pogba would be finding them for fun. Like at the moment, we've got like Ronaldo and Cavani, like, and we're still creative. Like imagine if we had a striker that was young, powerful, bullying, like it's just
So are we talking like a Haaland?
Yeah, like a Haaland
or Mbappe,
even so like an Mbappe that could just pull people out for fun. Like it just it's so frustrating the club of it. Like I ever getting the Gali on deadline day, like that just shows me like the club are not serious. Or getting someone who we're gonna get not King, who was the guy that used to be at United, the Norwegian mixed race guy. He was at Bournemouth and they refused to transfer.
Oh, that's going to
Josh King.
Yeah, Josh King. Yeah.
How are we going for someone like Josh King? Are we serious? This is Man United. It just shows how much of a plan, like
it's
lack
just,
of a plan.
that's more patchwork, isn't it? It's just patchwork.
Like that's the weird thing about me. They're saying that obviously Cavani is going to go. Like, what striker are they actually thinking about us getting at the moment?
Isn't Haaland going to City?
City.
He was there at their ground with Jude Bellingham.
Yeah, Haaland's going to go City.
Unless that was photoshopped.
Wow. So, Joe, do you have any questions?
How do we get rid of Harry Maguire?
You know, you can hire someone with a baseball bat.
How long is this contract? How long? Like how can we? Because he's clearly not good enough for the squad, and we've spent so much money, but we have to justify him playing because he's an England international, and England is going to want to see their Harry, so they're going to want him to play. And unfortunately, I mean, he's good injury-wise. His injury record is pretty good, so he's always going to be fit. But man, how do we fix that problem? I'm more worried about fixing that defensive problem than fixing Pogba.
Yeah, we should deploy him differently. Play him as the left of a back three. We've seen him struggle there. Okay, you've seen him do that in England, haven't you, for the England team?
Yes, he seems to do it in the back three than in the back four.
Yeah,
for some reason,
if we have to,
if
we have to keep playing this guy, then we just can't have him as a central centre back. Yeah, push him out to the side a little bit. Put someone like Varane in the middle. But I don't know. It's not. Does that play to our system? It doesn't really, does it?
No, really. United always want to play back four only when they want to do a 3-5, whatever they do. The wing backs pushing up. But
so
United was done 4 defenders.
Yeah. So the only way really is that if he just gets an injury and he just takes a little break, does a mistimed slide tackle.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Any questions?
Yeah, I was just going to ask you. Did you hear about what his old teammate said? Let me see if I can find the actual. Where is it? Who was the guy that's was at Hull? Is it El Hamidi? What's his name again?
El Mohammadi.
Yeah, let me get a quote what he said. El Mohammadi. Yeah, when I saw it, I was like, wow.
Was this from Leicester?
No, this is when he was at Hull with Maguire. So
Hull.
Hull. So he's gone. He said basically. So he said United need a player with strong personality, and I hope. Harry was with me at Hull City, and in my opinion, he doesn't have the level to be a Man United captain. United need a player with a strong personality, and I hope the next manager will give the captaincy to Ronaldo if he stays. Maguire performed really well with Leicester, a team that competes to be the top 6 of the Premier League. What else did he put? And then he's put, maybe this is his level. He doesn't have the level to play for the biggest team in the history of England. Like, and when I saw that, I was just like,
That's his ex-teammate
his
saying
old
this.
teammate, El Mohammedi, yeah. And it's like, if he's saying that, and we can see that as fans, like, what are the club actually thinking? Like,
You got to ask Ole, what did Ole see in him to hand him the captaincy?
Ole must have got a little bit of compensation from that deal. Because I don't know how you're signing that off. 80 million for Maguire, that. But you
From
can't
Leicester?
get Ole.
Like
Under
Ole
the
is
table.
secretly hired by Leicester.
Oh, mate. Oh yeah, probably.
No, but it's how he got the captaincy. What qualities did Harry possess that gave Ole, like, you're going to be United's captain?
Being British. That's the
You
only
know what
reason.
it
Yeah.
is?
That's it.
It's
Because
the
what?
British.
Vimal, you
I
saying
think-
something?
British.
It's because he's British.
Yeah, it's the British story and the British narrative. No,
Wow.
I mean, it happens here in America too, actually. They like a good story. Everybody wants their
Local hero, kind of.
everybody wants everybody in their team, their international team, to be the main dudes at their club teams, and it's the same thing with Harry Maguire. There's a narrative. They try to push that here too with the whole Harry Maguire thing. But the thing with America is, if you're not getting results and if you're not getting trophies, nobody cares. But in Britain, they were trying to push the whole Harry Maguire thing. I think it's just like, it's like the whole story thing. They just like that, and that's why there's
The
pressure.
romance. They call it romance, don't they? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a romantic thing,
Yeah.
and it's clear that's what's happening because the fan base obviously picks and chooses who they want to give as much rope as possible.
Right.
Clearly, they do that because if it's all about results, a lot of people wouldn't be spoken of in the papers.
Definitely.
Why has he got the captaincy? He didn't have the captaincy at Hull. Didn't have it at Leicester, and he's coming to Man United and got it straight. Oh, it's criminal.
Yeah,
He wasn't even the
bad.
captain of Leicester. He wasn't the captain of
No,
Leicester.
I think he had 3 games as the captain, and that was when Johnny Evans or Schmeichel wasn't playing. But he was never the captain at Leicester.
Right.
So, quick question. If Harry gets stripped of his captaincy, who do you think is going to be the ideal captain?
For the remainder of this season,
No,
I'll
just
give
for the
Ronaldo.
next few years.
For the next few
years, yeah, because
I'll give
Ronaldo's
you-
going to be going.
Bruno or the guy, but the
I
guy's
want to give
too
it to
quiet.
I want to give it to Bruno. It's too emotional.
Yeah, it's that whinging streak that he's got.
And that becomes what's it called? Contagious.
Yeah.
When you're whinging like that.
To be honest, I'm hesitant of giving it to Ronaldo as well because he can't control his feelings either when things are not working out. Yesterday, I saw him come out and he was clapping the fans and everything in Old Trafford. If we had lost that game,
He would have been
would have seen him make a beeline.
Yeah, tantrum.
straight to
But that's
the
good.
back.
I think we should have given.
You want to see the players
Lindelof.
upset. You want
No.
to see the players upset, though. That's a good thing, I think.
Yeah, because we're
Not being
upset.
the rest.
Lindelof
Like,
as captain.
No,
Who else? There's no one else
and
there.
definitely not De Gea as well. He's too soft.
There's no one else, mate. Who else?
Do you remember who Ragnick said?
McTominay.
Oh, hell no. Hell no.
But you know what? In a couple of years, maybe you never know, right?
No.
you know why
You
I
never
said that?
know.
I think he said
Couple
that
of
to
years,
get-
need to be shipped out.
Yeah. I don't think he'd ever give it to McTominay. He would never give it to him. He just said that because he was a youth player and trying to inspire
To
him.
give him
I
a
don't
lift.
think
Yeah.
give him a lift. I don't think
Pogba had the opportunity to be captain, but he kept fucking about. He had
Yeah,
an
he did.
opportunity. He messed
did.
up.
because he's just going to get ridiculed no matter what if you gave him the captaincy.
Yeah. So if you think about it, we haven't got any real captaincy
No,
material,
we
have
really
we?
don't. Short term, I would give to Ronaldo to see the season out. Just lead the team out.
Yeah.
That's it. Then next season, pick a name and a hat.
But I
But you
I
got to
feel like
remember, I
if they
remember
give-
Gary Neville saying, he said when he was at United and Roy Keane was the captain, he was the captain, but you had Neville chatting, you had Scholes talking, you had Beckham there. You could pick almost any player to be a captain, whereas now we have got we've dropped
Yeah.
so
What about-
far.
What about Varane? How good is his English?
You know what? I keep forgetting Varane. I don't mind him being the captain.
Yeah, but what's his English like?
Quite shy though,
Too
doesn't he?
soon, too soon, too
He's
soon. Not
Too
yet.
soon.
Too soon. Oh, well, I
We'll
did
be
too
just
soon. Did
repeating the
Maguire
same
get
thing.
it the same
Mm.
season he get in? It's the same thing, mate.
Exactly, but that
Maguire
doesn't
got
mean we
it.
just keep
Same
repeating
soon.
the same mistakes.
Yeah, you can't just be passing the armband around
Yeah,
like that
yeah.
quickly.
Yeah.
Honestly, to change the captaincy right now, I think would be the more detrimental to the team for the rest
Yeah,
of the season.
100%.
It'll completely divide. If we thought there was a British and Portuguese contingency
Oh yeah,
before,
I'll make it worse.
there is going to be a trench dividing that locker room. So like,
Who's gonna drop the first grenade?
yeah, I mean,
exactly.
we're just gonna have to just ride it out to the end of the season, and then
All
And
right.
so
Well,
maybe that's why Ragnick decided to stick with Maguire, because he probably
he's
knows
got
that
to.
it's going to
He's got to
cause too
And,
much of
and
an
he's not going to be
upheaval.
the manager next season. So what's the point of him trying
Yeah.
to dismantle it?
dismantle
And he's
it.
not even going to be the manager. He'll
So you
wait for the
just
new
said just
manager
see
to do it.
out to the end of the season, right?
Yeah.
And it doesn't help the next guy if he does
Exactly.
it now. So now the next guy has to be like, the next guy is basically going to be like a referee, right?
Yeah.
When like he just called a penalty when both teams just rush up to him and they're arguing. But in this case, it's going to be the Portuguese players and the British players, and they're all advocating for who's supposed to be the captain of the team. You know, it's going to be too much of a mess for the next manager. Just hold off to it right now, and we'll have a conversation in the summer.
All right. So we got you're saying in a nutshell, stick with Harry. That's what you're saying. Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Was not sticking with Harry, was settling with Harry.
Yeah.
Like that.
Own goals included. All right. Yeah. All included own
God.
goals. You know what? You people forgot Phil Jones.
Yeah.
Nah,
He was an
Yeah,
own
Phil
goal
Jones.
expert, wasn't he?
I tried. I
Own
still
goal
haven't forgotten.
expert.
But Maguire is the new Phil Jones. Maguire is the new Phil Jones. Without the injuries.
He scored 5 goals for United, all own goals. That he's a legend, mate. But he should be the captain. Oh, let's be serious. He should be captain. Because he doesn't play.
Length of service.
Right.
No, we need somebody that, come on now, you need somebody that can lead, not just, I guess in the locker room, Phil Jones may have it, but we need somebody that can do it on the pitch. Having that one person that everybody knows is an advocate for what the
Rashford.
manager
Can you
is
see
trying
Rashford
to
as the captain of United?
Say that again.
Rashford.
Hell no.
No way.
Damn,
no
you
way.
guys
Not
are
yet.
cold. He's been there a long time.
Okay. Let me come. There was a time when I could have seen that, right? But after this past week and after his last performance, there's no way you can do that. There's no way, because he's not performing on the pitch. It's hard to listen to somebody that you can't follow his or her example.
Like your captain needs to be doing a 7 out of 10 performance week in, week out.
Week in, week out. Maybe
Yeah.
drop down every once in a while. It should be
Yeah.
the exception that he's playing bad, not the standard. And that's the problem we have with Rashford, with a few players, Rashford, Bruno.
Okay,
Maguire.
that leaves us with Luke Shaw.
Nah.
Hell no. Come on, Tim.
I'm looking for senior players here.
Yo, he's
Remote, Luke Shaw.
He'll go missing, man. He'll go
We're gonna
missing.
start serving wings at the cafeteria, freaking, meat pies and stuff, man. Nah, he's gonna change the whole setup of the team. Like that.
Meat pie and wings. You're so cold.
Meat pie, man. Chicken and waffles, man. Nah, chicken and waffles can't be captain, man. Hell nah. Don't get me wrong.
There's no one else. You said no to Rashford, no to Luke Shaw, no to Phil Jones. You said Bruno's too volatile. You said Ronaldo's not. So who? You said the girl's too quiet.
What about Fred?
Oh man.
Can you imagine that?
Yo, how easy we forget. How easy we forget. Fred shows up with his Brazilian passport, and all of a sudden, once in a while, and then we just completely forget. He was a freaking.
Look, Fred has been there for a while too, so he's a senior player now, isn't he?
Nah,
Well, Martial.
I don't even think his English is that great.
Martial? No way. Not a chance.
Martial, no way.
You don't leave the team and come back and get captain.
No.
Well, it looks like that's gonna be it's gonna be a very difficult. I think Varane and Bruno are suitable. I think.
I think
Has anyone thought of Eric Bailly as a captain?
He doesn't play though, isn't it? You need someone who's going to play regularly. I think it's probably got to be Ronaldo or Bruno. Yeah, or
It's got to be
Bruno.
Ronaldo or De Gea for me. I wouldn't even give it to Bruno.
Bruno's got to contain his outbursts, but so does Ronaldo. They've got to rein it in.
Remember when they handed the armband to Rooney, it took away from the fire in his game.
Exactly.
So you might
Right.
be careful that might stop Bruno's passion and fire.
Yeah.
So it's got to be
Even
very well.
the pressure, that might not, the pressure of him being the captain, like he's not been playing well for a while. So him having the captaincy as well, I think Ronaldo can deal with being a captain. And it's
He
not
can,
gonna,
Yeah, I think so.
Whereas
Anyway,
I can't think-
gentlemen, we're all expecting a game result on Tuesday night. Winner takes all. I'm nervous about that game because Atletico need to score one and draw. Whoever scores first is going to have to replay their game plan, because if Atletico score first, United are going to go out and leave spaces. So United need to score first, early, hit it early, and draw Atletico out, because Atletico they just rush you. They don't give you space to breathe. You start making wrong passes because they're harassing your passes. So it's going to be a game of chess on Tuesday night. But we'll just hope for the best, mate. That's all we can say. That's all we can say. I'm not expecting them to win Champions League, but I expect them to at least get to quarterfinals. I will take it from there. Imagine United playing Real Madrid in the quarterfinals. That'd be great. That'd be a good game.
Probably play Liverpool or something like that. City.
Wow. Or Man United Liverpool in the semi-finals. That'd be great.
Or even Bayern.
Or Bayern. That'd be a great
Very
game.
good team.
I think United. I think they'll get the act together the further they go in the tournament. I think they'll get the act together, but not with Maguire. But we'll see.
No.
No, we Maguire, mate.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, viewers, thank you for watching us. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Kay, thanks for representing UK coming in. We just thought we were just about to shut down when you just popped in, but welcome back.
No, cheers, guys. Thanks for having me.
The artist. The painter, Vimal, thank you very much for your time. Say hello to Sienna. She's
Will do.
She's gone for a commercial break.
She's having her dinner now.
Nice.
Take care, guys.
The Soul Man, the Peacemaker, an absolute pleasure again, representing Houston Red Army. See you soon, and we will take it from there. Oh no, as you all know, the guy behind all of you, he done it. New world record, 808 goals. Simply the greatest of all time. Has done it. Once again, a game United needed 3 points. He came up, he scored, he conquered, and he left the stage with a round of applause. On the count of 1, 2, 3, ready to go, Sue? 1.
How I'll
2.
do it.
Oh God, Joe, why you always want to be the odd man out?
You ain't gonna do it. Come on, man.
No, I said now I'll do it. Y'all was trying to get me to do it before the game.
1, 2, 3. See you guys on Tuesday. Hopefully we get a good result.
Yeah.
Have a nice one, guys.
Age well.
Take care. Bye.
Take care.